You know, it's drama. But those are the old days. Things are better now. I think it's pretty amazing when you think about it. The people used to say that being gay was wrong. Pretty recently, folks used to, like most people used to say that being gay was wrong. Of course, it's not wrong to be gay. I mean, it's pretty gay, but it's not wrong. But that's what people used to say. And now nobody says that. And I think that's a positive change. I think that's a good thing. Although I do wonder if there are gay people who miss when it was wrong. Maybe there's a few who miss when it was, because wasn't it a little more fun when it was like, this is fucking crazy? Like, didn't that give it a little zhuzh, a little, I could lose my job, oh fuck. Because now they're like everybody else, which is great, and they can get married, that's terrific, but is that fun to fuck your husband at your house? Wasn't it more fun to be in an old nightclub at 4 a.m, like, I'm breaking my mother's heart? Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't even mean just gay people. Just some people like when sex is a little fucked up, you know? Some people like when sex is a little fucked up. All right. No. All right, you want to talk about it? Should we talk about it? Yeah, all right. I don't mind talking about it. Okay. Here's what I'll give you some advice. Here's some advice that really only I can give you. Here's my advice. If you ever ask somebody, can I jerk off in front of you? Just let me finish. I mean, let me finish what I'm saying. Fuck. Okay. If you ever ask somebody, may I jerk off in front of you? And they say yes. Just say, are you sure? That's the first part. And then if they say yes, just don't fucking do it. Just don't do it. Because look, whatever you're into, okay? Because everybody's got their thing. Whatever your thing is, I don't know. You all have your thing. I don't know what your thing is. You're so fucking lucky that I don't know what your thing is. Do you understand how lucky you are that people don't know your fucking thing? Because everybody knows my thing. Everybody knows my fucking thing now. Obama knows my thing. Do you understand how that feels? To know that Obama was like, good Lord. Everybody in the world knows my thing. I got on an airplane in Italy. This little kid was like, Mama, that's the guy who checked off in front of the people. So whatever your thing is, I don't know what it is. Maybe you can't come unless you have your father on speakerphone. Whatever it is. If you want to do it with somebody else, you need to ask first. But if they say yes, you still don't get to just go, woo, and charge ahead. You got to check in often. I guess that's what I would say. Check in. Because it's not always clear how people feel. Like, men are taught to make sure the woman is okay. But the thing is, women know how to seem okay when they're not okay. So you can't just look at her face and be like, yeah, her eyes are dry, we're fine, let's just keep going. You got to check in. Because communication during sex can be very confusing. Like, sometimes you're with a woman, you're having sex, she's making noises, she's going like, ooh, ah, and you're like, oh, she loves it. Not necessarily. Sometimes they're making those noises just to get through it. Because it's easier to go, ooh, than to say, I hate how you fuck me. Honestly, it's awful. So she goes, ooh, baby. It's kind of like a Negro spiritual. It's sort of similar. So to assume that she likes it is like if they heard slaves singing in the fields and you're like, hey, they're having a great time out there. As far as my thing, I don't know what the fuck. People are like, why do you want to do it anyway? Okay, I don't know. I like jerking off. I don't like being alone. That's all I can tell you. I get lonely. Where is everyone? It's just sad. I like company. I like to share. I'm good at it, too. If you're good at juggling, you wouldn't do it alone in the dark. You would gather folks and amaze them. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that shit. Well, let me ask you a question. You ever wonder how many people ever fucked your mom? We're almost done. You're doing great. This is important to me. You ever look at your mom and go like, Mom, how many dicks? Just how many? I lost my mom, so those are the things I don't know, so I'm curious. I don't feel like a lot of dudes fuck my mom. Not because she's like pure, because I don't think so. But I hope it was as many as she wanted. That's what I hope. I hope she got all the dicks she ever dreamed of, because I loved her. I hope at the end my mom was like, that was plenty of dicks. But I'll never know, because you don't know your mom. That's the truth. You don't really know your mother. You feel like you know her, but you know what she told you. She didn't tell you shit. You don't tell your kids your life. What did your mother tell you? I won a swimming medal when I was 12. She didn't tell you, like, I used to fuck this guy at work. It was amazing. She didn't tell you that. Think about your mom's life story as she told it to you. There's huge holes in that story. Well, I graduated when I was 22, and then I met your father when I was 35. Feels like a lot of dicks would fit right in there, Mom. You know those movies where a mother and a daughter switch bodies? You ever seen a movie like this? It's always like Freaky Friday, some Disney comedy where a mother and a daughter switch bodies, and then they're like, whoa! Then they have to water ski and be in a rock band together. And then they switch back and they know each other better. That's the formula. I think they should make another one of those movies. But it should be about a mother who switches bodies with her son. But it's not a comedy, it's a drama. Like a medical affliction. They're upset the whole time. She's in the bathroom in the morning. I'm holding my son's penis. It's confusing. And her son is in her body. He's like, I don't want to be my mommy anymore. I don't like how it feels. And his dad comes home and he starts fucking on me. Oh, God. What's happening now? I don't like this. But I don't want to say no to my dad. And then at the end of the movie, they never switch back. You guys were great. Thank you very much for coming tonight. It was a pleasure talking to you. Get home safe. Thank you very, very much. Good night. I mean, what am I capable of? I'd like to think that I'm a nice person. But I don't know, man. A lot of it is context. There's a lot of things I wonder if the world was different. Like if murder was legal, I might have killed a few people. I don't know. I'd love to think, oh, I would never do that. But we really need the law against murder. For one simple reason. The law against murder is the #1 thing preventing murder. We'd like to think it's because, like, oh, I would never do that. No, it's because it really sucks getting caught murdering. A lot. If murder was legal, or just a misdemeanor, like you get a thing in the mail, oh, shit, they had a camera there. Well, if murder was legal, there would be so much murder. Regular people would murder.
Murderers would murder even more. And then really nice, sweet people would murder a few people. But nobody would murder no people. You wouldn't trust somebody who didn't murder. If murder was legal, you wouldn't like them. I never killed anybody. Okay, nice meeting you. Ugh. What a creep. I mean, not even a hooker. Live a life. What's wrong with that guy? He's like a Mormon or some shit. I hate those guys. I think he's nice. Shut up, Janet. It would just... If murder was legal, there would be a lot of murder. Children would behave very differently. Because mostly parents would be murdering their own kids. That's mostly what would happen if murder was legal. You'd be, you know, you go to a mall, there'd be like 8 different moms in the mall just, I told you to stop it! You didn't listen to me! You'd be stepping over dead kids. It'd be like a new problem. You have to clean up your kids when you kill them, because it's gross. It's bad for the environment. If you murder your child in a public place, please use one of the red bags that are in the dispensers every 3 feet of America. Put your murdered child in the red bag with a logo of a murdered kid on it. Next to the other logo that tells you not to let your alive kid play with a plastic bag because they might suffocate. In which case you could just leave them in the bag. That is a whole bunch of horrible thoughts right in a row. Right in a row. That is a compressed area of bad thought.
One time I went shopping. You ever do this? I went shopping and I had no money and I forgot. You ever done that? Like, you ever just forget you're broke and like go eat a meal or something? And then you realize, whoops. And I went like I went to this department store and I got like electric toothbrush and all that stuff. And the guy goes, $85? And I was like, oh, I don't have any money. And he's like, well, you don't have enough? No, I don't have any. And where do you go from there, really? What's the next step from that? He didn't know either. He's like, you want to put some items back? Is that what he's saying? Put them all back, I think. Got to keep marking a price down until you hit 0. Because that's what I got on me. Where do you do? I didn't know how to leave even. Like, all right, well, I'm all okay. I'm all set. I enjoyed picking this stuff out anyway. What do you do? You ever been that embarrassed in front of other people that you think there's no way they're not going to hate you for the rest of their lives? But anyway, I'm glad I'm here because of you, and I want to do a good show for you. That's my job. That's the simplest thing in the world to me, is that you should do your job. You should do it well. And not because of how well you get paid, but because that's your job. I never understand people when I go to a place to get a thing and they do their job shitty out of spite for how shitty their job is. It makes no sense to me. Why wouldn't you want it? Why do you have to make my coffee sarcastically? I don't even care. Hear your majesty, enjoy your coffee. You know, why? Why wouldn't you want it to be? You know why? Because you're 20, you piece of shit. That's why. Because you're a 20-year-old piece of shit. I'm sorry, but I am prejudiced against everyone who's 20 years old that works at a place. Because they just think that if you just stand there and hate it, somebody will go, oh, well, then let's make you a director. That's how that works. Just if you, clearly you're better than this. 20-year-olds are the worst people because that is a person who has been taking and just sucking up and absorbing fucking education and love and products and just giving nothing back. They're ripe like a big fat ripe orange on a tree and the tree's like, get the fuck out of here. Jesus, this is crazy. What? Fuck you, I don't want to go. If you're 20, I guarantee you, you never did anything for anybody. Yes, you went to Guatemala on a school trip and they told you helped, but you didn't help at all. You were a way bigger pain in the ass than you were any help to those. They're like, I got a mudslide in my house and I got to babysit a fucking college student. Just take a picture of her with a shovel so she can put it on Facebook and leave us alone. I had such an amazing experience. Really? Did you take from them too, you motherfucker? 20-year-olds are not interesting people. They have nothing to say. Nothing has happened to you. My parents moved and I go to school. Who gives a shit? Unless you beat cancer as a child, you have nothing to say. I'm more interesting because I'm 43. That mathematically just makes me more interesting. Just because shit has happened to me. I've collected stories. When I was 35, a woman blew me, and 2 years later, she killed herself. She hung herself to death. That's an interesting story. That's worth listening to and pondering. Because it means it takes 2 years after blowing me for the shame to be too much that you gotta do yourself in. That's the gestation period. What if every woman that ever blew me died exactly 2 years later, and some detective picked up on it? And when he realizes why, he's like, well, I can't do anything. It's not illegal to have a disgusting penis. It's just a shame. Anyway. I don't like when a 20-year-old is working, because you never get attitude from the 65-year-old guy. You ever go to Best Buy and the guy selling you a DVD player is like 65? That guy is trying to get a Nobel Prize for selling DVD players. He's amazing. You never get the 65-year-old guy like, does it have Blu-ray? Well, let me read the box that you could have read. And no, he's like, well, let's find out. You need to know that. He's so excited to help you. And he has reasons to be bitter, this 65-year-old guy. He's 65. He works at Best Buy. He had to come out of retirement because his kid is gay and does crystal meth, and he ruined his life. And it's partly his fault because he didn't accept his son being gay. That's why he's on drugs. The point is he's had a hard day, and he's still showing up at fucking Best Buy wearing a bow tie. They don't make you wear those. That's how much he gives a shit. I don't know, man. Younger people, okay, fine. You know? I'll wait and see. Maybe you'll be interesting.
I heard that ducks have one hole. I don't know if you know that, but ducks have one hole. And they pee out of it, and they shit out of it, they get in it, and they lay eggs out of it. That has got to be one smelly, dirty hole. That hole has got to be a pretty awful place. I feel a little bad for the man duck because ducks are monogamous. I don't know if you know that, but ducks stay in their relationships forever. And by the time that duck gets to be 48, her husband must be like, dude, that shit sucks. I hate it. And then he goes and a swan or something. His wife's like, why are you blind for? She's got an asshole. That's why. She's got an asshole. Okay? I got a green head. I don't know what that means. Just somehow they got green heads. They deserve more. Speaking of animal type humor that's not totally finished, I have this joke, like, animals talking to each other type